Hey, alright everyone. This will be an unboxing on the CASIO fx-9860G2 SD graphical calculator. This particular model you see here runs on a Super H4 Central Processing Unit, or CPU for short. Back in May of 2009, they had the original models fx-9860G2 SD and fx-9860G2 running on Super H3 CPUs. They were labeled USB Power Graphic. In 2012, they had redesigns of these models. They're all the same. They still kept the model names, but the only difference was that they now run on Super H4 CPUs, and they're labeled USB Power Graphic 2. I of course went with the SD because that is the most up-to-date one, even though nowadays most of the ones you will purchase run on Super H4 CPUs. Well, let's take a look at the reverse of this. So as you can see, the only newest thing about this model is that it comes equipped with a geometry add-in application, and you can find that with this circle, triangle, and many intersecting lines going through all of them. But other than that, everything else you would get in a package like this remains the same. Again, the only difference is with that newly equipped geometry add-in application. Yes, so I waited for so long to get my hands on these, and I finally have it. Waited like more than a decade to get this. And I'm like, enough is enough. I didn't care how much expensive it was. And yeah, let me tell you, they get expensive now, because there are only a short limited supply of these remaining in the world. So yeah, they were expensive, but I didn't care how much it was. I just purchased it, and I finally got it. I just had to have it. I mean, I wanted it for so long. My original fx-9860G2, I purchased this. No, not me. I didn't purchase it, excuse me. I possessed it ever since I was in primary school. And yeah, I had it for that long. And you know what? It broke down. I mean, it still works, but it broke down in some areas, and I just had to get an upgrade soon. But so much time went by, and here we are. I finally have it. In 2024. Well, enough talking. Let's get into the unboxing. Oh, one more thing. Just want to say that this particular model was manufactured in January 2012. Alright. Sure, y'all can see. It's best I do it over here. Alright, mates. Now that I have unboxed everything, let us go through it one by one. First up, you have 4 manuals printed in French from France, then Portuguese from Portugal. Next up is Spanish, and finally English. So that's the first one. Let's move on to the next. Next up we have what I'm guessing some authenticity card. When translated from Korean, it reads Class B devices, household information and communication devices. Then it goes on further to say, this device is registered for electromagnetic compatibility for household use and can be used in residential areas as well as in all other areas. Alright, next. Of course, this is the manufacturer's warranty. Here's the reverse of the card on the main page of it. Nothing I need to go through. You already know what a manufacturer's warranty card tells us. Alright, next. Here we have a compact disc that we can use, I guess, to learn more about a device, a calculator, so to speak. Keeping in mind that it only works on a Windows-based system, so apologize for those who are Linux, Mac, and other users out there. Alright, moving on. And here we have, in order to make the unit successful, are two cables we need for database connections between other calculators in the same series, whether that be fx-9750G, fx-9750G+, fx-9750G2, and the other fx-9860G class, you name it, doesn't matter. Functionality is essentially the same. And, of course, a USB, a micro USB. Here they are, front and center. Hopefully you can see them very well. Like I said, the 3-pin database connection cable, the micro USB and USB cable we need, of course, when updating the operating system, injecting added applications, getting into examination mode, you name it. Alright. And then last but not least, the unit itself, the fx-9860G2 SD. USB Power Graphic 2, meaning it's running, once again, a Super H4 central processing unit. Again, this is one of the redesigns. Similar designing, but of course, this was made after the original with improved components than the original fx-9860G2 SD, where it ran a Super H3 central processing unit, and it only read USB Power Graphic. Like I said, this of course is the aftermarket one with improved components. Alright, with all that being stated, it is now time to power this baby up and see what we get on it. Alright, batteries were inserted and it comes straight on with ease. Okay, so this is the main menu. This is the default, of course. It boots into the main menu when you take it out for the very first time. So we have run matrix vector, the main calculation screen is highlighted, statistics, activity, spreadsheet, graph, dynamic graphs, table, recursion, conics, equation solvers, as well as polynomial and simultaneous equation solvers, programs, and finances, connectivity 2, which is the sensory connections, I guess, for playing your music, playing video games. Is link. Then you have memory, so you can keep track of the memory in the calculator. G is the system, how it operates. And finally, as I mentioned before, which I think I did, but I'll mention again, is the geometry added application. So like I said, on the original fx-9860G2 SD and fx-9860G2 USB Power Graphic, you had to manually inject this using that USB and micro USB. But of course, with the Super H4 variant, like this one, it is already there, built in, the default out the box. Alright, and of course it comes with a hard slide-on cover and an SD card that's inserted in the calculator already. Also, it comes out the box the very first time. I'll let you see it in a moment. Oh, there it is. Came right out the calculator. Well, thank you, mate. I guess you know how to make a grand entrance. Alright, well now, so I'm a fanatic of CASIO calculators, and this operating system should have a battery icon in the top right corner of the screen, but of course it's brand new, so it's running an older operating system where it didn't have the icon at the time, so I of course have to update the operating system. But just for fun, let's see what version. Let's see the operating system running on this thing. Whoa, this is very old. 22201. Man, that is old. That's very close to when the original fx-9860GII SD and fx-9860GII released USB power graphic. You'll get the idea, I won't keep saying it. But yeah, this is very close to when they first released. Oh, of course, there's a lot of work to do. Updating the operating system to 2.11.201. Alright, well, I might as well get started with this. Oh, and of course, the geometry add-in version 1.1. The latest up-to-date version is 1.4. So yeah, a lot of work has to be done. No, not much, but you know, you'll get the idea. Oh yeah, let's not forget about that backlight. Of course, the whole time it was printed above the option key. But yes, the backlight, you see, works exceptionally well. Whoa, do I like my backlight. It's like the main reason I purchased this. Yes, I'm loving that backlight, mate. Love it. Well, mates, I think that just might wrap this up on the review of the CASIO fx-9860GII SD USB power graphic 2. Just some facts before we terminate this. I do want to mention that about the fx-9860G series, what I do recall is that in America, they only manufactured these machines up to the Super H4 drives. Yes, so the last one America made was this one here, along with the fx-9860G2. No secure digital edition. Of course, this one is secure digital, OSD for sure. But yeah, the last two that they made was 9860G2 SD and 9860G2 USB power graphic 2. Hold on, I got that wrong. What I meant to say was, the last one they made was the fx-9860G2 USB power graphic 2. The secure digital variant was overseas. That edition was never made in America. I keep getting all these mixed up. I never done an unboxing video, but you know, I'm letting you all know now. Please don't criticize me for this. It was the fx-9860G2 of the Super H4 variant USB power graphic 2 that America made. That was the last one they made before they terminated manufacturization of these machines. So of course, you know, being that this was international, I had to get this overseas. I don't know if they're purchased here in New Zealand, I don't know, but this was bought from Thailand, of course, so I got it from there. Although this was made in China, this one right here I just happened to find a few in stock in Thailand, so I got this here. But anyway, yeah, that'll do it. Once again, I will say the last of the fx-9860G2 was the Super H4 variant in America, probably Mexico and somewhere else, but definitely in America. The last one in production was the fx-9860G2 USB Paragraphic 2, what you saw on the manuals earlier. Of course, that's a step below the one I have here, the Secure Digital Edition. That's, of course, is up the top. This was the latest creation. That's why it was listed on the top. But anyway, I think that will just do it. I do appreciate you guys tuning in. I have been very busy with a lot, so I have not been posting as much, so I do really appreciate it. Anyway, you can like, subscribe, leave a comment, do whatever you'll do whenever you get the chance. And thank you very much. I am out. Wait, one more thing. I do know that there are others like the CFX-9850G. Those are the colorful monochrome color-like graphical calculators. Yes, I have seen them around, but I have never possessed one. Yes, they're similar in, the buttons being in the same place, but they are quite different in a few ways, in terms of their functionality. Yes, they're essentially the same, but they're different. Yes. That one I don't think comes with a micro USB and USB for, of course, database connectivity and connecting and operating I'm trying to say is updating the operating system. I don't think. But then again, I could be wrong. I have never possessed that one. The CFX-9850G series, any of that. Once again, that is a monochrome color graphic like display. But anyway, just wanted to give you some pointers on that. Anyway, I do appreciate your time. Thank you very much for watching, and I am out.